Hello all, good evening. So welcome to today's index analysis. So let's get started. First, starting with the end of the day data. So as you can see, yesterday's end of the data was mixed with a bearish bias. You can see here that FIs have shorted, a good quantity of index futures. They've also sold calls, and they've also sold puts. So this is the only bullish part of the data from the FIs where they've sold puts, and this number is insignificant and can be ignored. And looking at the prop desk data, we find that prop desk, at least I think, gave a clue about the up move, today's up move in Nifty, especially because of this massive call buying. So this was big bullishness from prop desk where they bought a lot of calls, and probably less than even 1/5 of it is the number of puts bought. So this is very insignificant in number compared to the calls being bought. This is also a low quantity of futures being shorted, and stock futures also bought. So overall, you can see that this stands out in prop desk data. And coming to the FIs and prop desk, when we combine both of these, we find that there is net call buying, which is a bullish thing, and the put buying is almost, you can see here 17 into 10 170, almost 9 times it's more the call buying intensity. So it's very bullish, and this is only negative data, that is the futures OI being shorted, and this might be for a longer term view also. And yeah, this number is insignificant. So overall, you get a slight bullish bias from the overall FIS plus prop desk data. And coming to the data of clients, as usual, clients, we can see them on the opposite side. It is a typical buyers versus sellers game. So they have shorted calls in good quantity. So this is bearish puts, very minor shorting, again small bullishness. They also bought index futures. This is a thing which is bullish in the clients data. But from that we can ignore this thing. So overall, clients are bearish and the FIs and prop desk are bullish. So this gives a slight bullish bias towards yesterday's EOD data going into today. So this was the EOD context. Looking at the price first. So I think I shared this price chart for Bank Nifty. Today was a good gap up, and price significantly opened. As you can see, this it just opened almost close to the earlier resistance where the price was getting rejected multiple times, highlighting which I shared this image in the community tab also. So Bank Nifty was not able to break this resistance, and it stayed within, but you had this trend line which is, I think, giving support from a very long time. This was the first time where it started to go up for the swing. It was the second touch, third touch, and fourth one, and this was the fifth one, and today I think it gave another six. So this trend line is the price is respecting this trend line multiple times, and then we are also seeing this upper zone which is acting as a resistance. So overall, I think the correction phase for this swing move probably is complete, and tomorrow we can see breakout probably on the upside or on the downside. So today's EOD would give a better bias, but the direction probably is on the upside because Nifty has broken out of the range. So I'll come to that discussion in a while. So and one more point to highlight in this upmove is price almost closed near the highs again. After coming down, it again found support and it is going. So it's overall the structure is suggesting that the price, after giving good dips, it is continuously making higher highs, and it is going up. So that is why the consolidation near the highs is very important for breaking out on the upside. So considering the event, I think I mean tomorrow's event, we can see a good amount of volatility and probably break out on the upside. So as we can see from the overall swing perspective, uh, yeah, from for the overall swing, the analysis is very clear that let me just share that. So for the overall swing, we see that price for this impulsive up move, price took support around the 50% to golden ratio zone, and it is somewhere consolidating healthily around this zone. So the possibility for it to retest the swing high is definitely on, and if it uh, just a minute, so it is definitely on tomorrow to break the at least test this previous swing high, right? So this is definitely since price is sitting in a very bullish territory, so it can test this and in fact break it on the upside also, considering the context, because Nifty gave a breakout today, and here this is the immediate resistance for the price you can see here, because it has tested this one, two, I mean, got rejected from here first time, second time, third time, and today it's almost closing there. So probably tomorrow it might break this resistance and also this immediate resistance and probably head upwards. So this is what the price structure currently looks like. It is bullish as of now. And then looking at Nifty, Nifty actually gave a breakout today. As you can see, it broke out of this entire range. It was consolidating in the range for for many days. So you can see almost one after this up move. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After 5 trading sessions, the price has given a breakout above. So when you analyze it from the swing perspective, one thing which is very clear is for this swing, you can see here that the price, I think yesterday it took support from the 38% zone, which is again very bullish. When something takes support from the 38% zone, it is bullish and generally crosses the previous swing. But immediate targets for the swing, you can derive it from the trend-based extension tool of Fibonacci. So when we use this also as an immediate tool, we find that the price has almost reached the first target, which is showing here as 18,785. So I mean probably this first target has done for this immediate swing. So if I mean for the breakouts, this is the targets one can derive, and the price is sustaining above it. So overall price structure of Nifty is again pretty bullish. So the price maybe it can go higher and then give a small corrections, what I probably feel looking at this structure. Anyway, tomorrow is an event day, so it depends again on the RBI's commentary and the decision. So let's come to it later. And then this is from the price perspective. Looking at the order flow, we come to the conclusion that this is Bank Nifty's order flow. As discussed, Bank Nifty opened gap up and it found resistance around the same zone. We can easily confirm the appearance of limit sellers around this zone, which was earlier a zone of resistance. This 35K, 12K, 28K price is not able to sustain above this point of control. So clearly this is a resistance, immediate resistance, again confirmed by the second candle. So two back-to-back candles, price closing below the point of control, and appearance of a limit sellers at the top. So this shows that the price is facing some resistance and it is coming downward. So since price, just as you can see, it is also above the Bollinger Band. So price is stretched because of the gap up also. Simple Bollinger Band also is having the same analysis along with the with the gap up context. So the price ultimately headed downwards, took a rejection from the way up again, and then we could see as it went lower, we could see support emerging, confirming that it will not have a bigger down move, considering the context that, as I explained in the shorts video, because of this aggressive buying yesterday and the price closing above these levels, in the closing also, and today opening gap up. So we can see that this zone definitely could act as a support. So accordingly, the price, I think I explained this, just mark the lows of this, and this could act as a same support zone. And in fact, price bounced from the same level. You can see this order here around 44 to 90, basically 44 300, that psychological level, and the price headed upwards. Again, the thing is, it will not head up in a single one-way direction. You could see some more a bit of selling, retest of the same, and then so now this is confirmed as a strong support here. 44 300 has become a support. The price is, again, the range is shifting upwards slowly. The price is moving upside, and then ultimately price again faced resistance at the same zone, and it closed somewhere around that same zone. So overall, Bank Nifty maybe is preparing for a breakout, either most probably it would be on the upside tomorrow, because it is very clear that from the RBI's perspective, most experts are, I mean, most of the at least the business standard polls, etc., are coming to conclusion that there will be a pause tomorrow. So, like just like yesterday, I mean, last meeting, so there was a surprise pause, but this time I think most consensus is towards the pause. So, a pause in this juncture, I think the market would treat it in a very positive way. So, looking at Nifty's order flow, you can see that Nifty was pretty strong. As we discussed, Nifty broke out of this, a range, and this was the first. In the third candle, it broke out of the range, but in the first candle, it broke out of the range, which was in the previous swing high. That is the Monday's swing high. So it broke out of that in the first one. It retested in the second candle, in third candle, it broke out, and ultimately reaching the high. So since Nifty was a breakout candidate today, so it rallied a bit more. So that's why understanding of price is very crucial. So here, as we can see, the delta of the first candle is pretty good, and the price. I mean, you can see here that the big order has come up here on this POC 101K and 145K, and price is sustaining above that. So here, this level should act as support, and price to support at the zone, as you can see here. So this is how the strong POC, I mean, the higher orders confirm that this is a combination of limit buying as well as aggressive buying. So the price again took support from here. You can see confirmation again of the price sustaining above this zone, and the price further headed high. So maybe the breakout, for the higher breakout, we could have marked this as the zone, because here you could see some attempt, because this was 64K of the orders on the right hand side, our side, probably small limit selling. So it was confirmed here, but since the bigger the relative number is stacked towards the upside because of this higher order, and it has taken support again, so it is making a higher high now. So this is a one low, and this is a higher low. So prices, and this is also at VWAP. So this is happening above VWAP, and price broke the previous resistance, which was the immediate resistance. Anyway, it had to be broken, and price headed higher. It retested here again, and it continued to rally on the upside. So as you can see, it also as it went higher, the price took some resistance here. Maybe after seeing this, these numbers, one could keep booking profits, or since the already the higher orders have been punched at the lower level, and it is a breakout, so definitely the price probably is heading higher. And again, this could be confirmed again, because at the same level we could see some more buying taking place, and the price confirming here that it is further heading higher. So overall, the Nifty, because of the breakout scenario, it went and closed almost towards the highs. And yeah, that's what about Nifty. Coming to the order flow of OI of both, you can see that as the range shifted higher, this we are observing many times that in the gap up, as the range gets shifting on the higher side, we can see call unwinding and put writing. So the support is increasing on the higher side, and the resistance we can't see much resistance getting added on the upside. So probably the price I think is heading in the upward direction. And overall, you can see today that almost 3.65 crores of puts being written, and there is a call unwinding. So put writing and call unwinding, classic case of bullishness. And looking at the overall PCR, now PCR has become one which is again bullish. So we can see the put walls more. I mean, the put walls are of greater height, and the call walls, we can see that they're not so much in resistance on the upwards side. So overall, the Nifty's PCR is looking bullish. So coming to Bank Nifty, as we saw, it was in a very tight range, but still in this range, we could see some put unwind, a call unwinding because of the gap up context, and puts being replaced at those levels. So, which is again confirming that the support is getting shifted on the higher side. And one more thing is tomorrow, considering the event, so 44,300 and 44 500 is what we have to look forward as a strong resistances for the price. 44,300 and 44,500. So if Bank Nifty is able to sustain 44,300, we must immediately look at 44,500's OI to some conclusion on the resistance part. If Bank Nifty is able to cross 44,500, which is a 200-point range, then probably you can head higher. But again, it depends on the commentary context and RBI stance. If the stance changes, then if RBI clearly mentions about the pivot, then I think market will take that as even more surprising, and it will break this. So if it is a pause, maybe I'm seeing this upside. If it is a pivot, I think then it should cross this also. But anyway, 44,500 is what as a resistance we have to look forward as an immediate resistance. And yeah, this was about the first part. And let us also look at the earlier three MPC meetings order flow, just to get ourselves ready for tomorrow's event. So this was, I think, on December. So I think December 7th, if I think remember, December 7th, 2022. This is the order flow. You can see here that in the first candle, the price on a kind of open lower was almost open is equal to low situation. So it rallied upside, but you can see as it went higher, the delta obviously increased. I mean, this is the first candle, right? So when you see this is the first candle, this is the second candle. Not much enthusiasm in the delta per se. And in third candle, the delta just increased, but the numbers are not big. The delta is not big. And in this candle, when the delta ultimately increase, you can see that price is taking resistance. So this is where you come to conclusion that the price is not going on the upside. You can see here that the higher order in the entire ask and bid of this candle, you can see that 61K is punched here, and the price is not able to sustain a move. So this this in a way gives hint about selling at these levels, and this is also a psychological level. I mean, coming around the 43 500 zones. So again, confirmed in the next candle also, price not able to go up, and we see a good plunge from the price. So in fact, on even days, we must look for bigger orders to come to conclusion, and can see some good fall which happened. And then coming towards the lows, I think 40, yeah, these 43,200, we could see the stoppage I mean, this is the first one stops, and the second one it makes a good almost hammer towards low with the good orders, and the price closing above this POC confirms that the fall is done, and support is established, and price headed back. But it was not able to cross the because this is the impulsive fall, right? So when the major direction is on the downside, but not this is just an event related downside, and then the price reaches back to VWAP, just consolidates around that range and closes somewhere there. So you can see the price closed around the same zone where it opened. So it was a flat MPC meeting on December 7th, because of the rate hike and such scenarios back then. So this was about the 7th December order flow. Coming to the order flow of next one, which is Feb 8th. You can see this was the Feb 8th context. Feb, yeah, this was, I think, Feb 8th order flow. So in this, again, as you can see, the opening itself was pretty, the move was very good. Delta was good, and uh, as usual, because of the event, the market opened very well. But will it sustain or not? Again, that we can easily find out, because as the price went higher, the delta reduced first thing. So that itself is a divergence in one sort. And then, as usual, remember that the volatility starts when the RBI governor starts giving the commentary and the decision, which is around 10 a.m. So maybe one can wait till that level also to come to conclusion. And we can see here that in the third candle, here at the higher point of control, you can see good orders getting punched, and price is not able to sustain above that. And this is a big volatility candle because of the RBI's announcement. And the price, this was the POC and imbalance also at the same level, and is not able to sustain above that. And it's a very wide range. You can see that this is 41, roughly 41,900 to, I think this is around 41,700. So almost a 200 point range. The complete checkout of both bears and bulls, and then a final plunge. So this candle in more or less confirmed that it's heading downwards, but as usual, because of the event related volatility. So ultimately at 10 o'clock, 15-minute candle is what confirmed that the immediate move post, I mean, immediate reaction post the RBI governor's decision would be on the downside, and then the price, headed downwards. But as usual, around the openings zones, we could see support emerging for the price. So the price, found support around the same zones where it rallied on the upside. Again, confirming that the price is not falling further, and then you can see some similar pattern playing out here. So it goes up, plunges from VWAP, again goes up, and plunges from VWAP. So whenever you see such things, I think buying could be initiated at such levels, because the the price for this was the big impulsive fall for the day. This was a minor pullback, kind of rise towards VWAP, and then a big selling, again rising towards VWAP, and then big selling. So overall, even in this MPC, you can see the price opened somewhere here, and it closed around the same level. So it's like price opening and closing around the same level. So almost repetition of the same pattern and closing around the same zone. Now, next, moving to the recent one. The recent MPC meeting was, I think this was in April. So April 6th, this was in April 6th. So let me just listen it. So, April 6th order flow. This was very, surprise. I mean, this came as a surprise to the market participants. The market on that day it opened with a gap down actually. And then the first candle found some resistance here at the top, but the immediate next candle, you can see that the support, coming through the delta increase on negative side, but that was immediately absorbed because of this. You can see this orders 31K and 18K, and the price is sustaining above this POC and making a kind of pin bar at the lows. So again, giving a slight bullish bias towards the, and then in the next immediately towards the next candle, the POC shifts higher. Again, this is also crucial observation. The POC shifts higher, and you could see some aggressive buying coming in, balance on the right side. And then just as the RBI announced the surprise decision, it with aggressive buying, the price just took off. So I mean, if you miss the decision, it's like the candle is gone. It is such a thing. So overall, I think the clue was given in the I mean the second candle itself, and also in the third candle, third 15-minute candle for this bullishness. And then as the price went higher, the delta just dried up, and you could see some resistance also around the same this candle high. In fact, this was a very big range, 41 4100 level to almost, you can see 41 to almost a 200 plus points candle, and then further it just went further higher, and then you could see resistance coming here, yeah, because of these orders, and the price in the next candle is not able to sustain it. In fact, it creates a red, and the POC drops on the downside. The point of control drops on the downside. We can see, I mean, this confirms that there is the aggressive selling at the top, and the price just headed downwards. So overall, I mean, considering the event, such as the volatility of the price, OI might not be able to give a strong clue tomorrow. So that's why I must be good at order flow to catch at least any of these swings. And then once the price went lower, it took resistance around the same POC as we can see here, and then it plunged down. So that's why the levels become very important, and somewhere closed around the, I think, mid part. So opening is somewhere here, and the price closed possibly because of the surprise decision. And then post that, we could see from April how the price is rallying on the upside. So now we are almost at the top, almost near the breakout zone. So either it can be breakout leading to a further upward rally, or it could be a breakdown also. But the chances of that is very less, considering what happened to Nifty today. Nifty is breakout on the upside. So overall, this is about the earlier MPC decisions. And one more thing which I want to highlight is the dollar. Dollar today has given a minor breakdown of this pattern which it was following from the past few days. So I think post this high, dollar is not able to. It's continuously creating lower highs, and it is heading downwards. So if dollar also continues to go down like this will also add a strength to the indices to go further on the upside. So overall, yeah, that was it about today's analysis. Maybe today's EOD data also might add another dimension to this data. So overall analysis. So hope this analysis was helpful. Thank you.